It's a Keurig, but it's making soda, and we're going to talk about that next. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine. We're here with Phil from Keurig. How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing great, Jeffrey. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now we're going to make soda, and I've had the soda spray and it does the CO2 stuff and brings that down. But Keurig is doing something completely different. You've got a partner with that. Tell us a little bit about the new Keurig. What's it called? Keurig Kold?
Keurig Kold, absolutely. So it's not just sodas. It's a range of cold beverages. So the sodas you know and love like Coke, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Dr. Pepper, craft sodas, seltzers, iced teas, flavored waters, sports drinks, even cocktail mixers. But today we're going to make you a Coke Zero.
So basically we have the carousel of different drinks. And unfortunately, you'll have only Diet Coke and Coke Zero, right? You don't have any other diets?
We have a lot of diets from our own brands that we've created, like our Flynn's brand, where we have a diet. I don't see any in our carousel right now, but we have some other diets in there.
Okay.
We also have a range of mid and low calories and flavored waters and seltzers as well.
Okay. But we're for this one, we're doing a Coke Zero, right?
We have a Coke Zero for you today.
Let's take a look at this capsule before you open it up.
So all the ingredients are in the pod itself.
Okay.
So the carbonation is stored in the top half of the pod,
Okay.
in our carbonator beads. The beverage mix is in the bottom half of the pod.
Okay.
And the beauty of the Keurig Kold is it's going to perfectly mix all of those to give you the perfect tasting beverage every time.
Okay. So and if, as you can see with this pod, it does not look like the average Keurig pod, so you can't put it in your hot coffee maker and make soda.
Exactly correct. Hot and cold are night and day from a technology standpoint. They're fundamentally different, how you heat something versus how you cool something, how you make coffee and brewing versus how you mix a cold beverage.
Well, I'm going to have you step over here, and then we're gonna brew a cup of coffee. No, we're gonna brew a cup of Diet Coke Zero. Let's do it.
So first we remove our freshness seal.
Okay.
And very similar to a Keurig Hot, we pop in the pod, we close the handle, we press the button. And now that ingredient making is starting to happen. We're pulling water in from our external reservoir
So you
into
have
our
to still have to
internal
fill the
chiller.
water. Okay.
Still have to fill a water reservoir, very similar to a Keurig Hot, ambient water, and it pulls it inside and it flash cools it.
Okay.
And it's cooling it to about 1.5 degrees C, so you get that really crisp, cold taste in the cup.
Okay.
We also have to get it that cold to accept the carbonation.
All right.
Warm water won't accept carbonation.
Oh.
So we make sure it's cold enough to actually take the carbonation when we release it from the top of that pod.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
And then we keep cooling and carbonating until we see the optimal temperature and pressure. And when we're ready to dispense, we start with the seltzer water, and then we add the beverage mix after, so it perfectly mixes from top to bottom, so every sip tastes the same.
So the way it carbonates, how is that different from the carbonation that the other?
We don't use a canister. So all the carbonations in the pod, you don't have to worry about replacing a canister, refilling a canister. And we release the carbonation in a precise dose right when we need to, so it absorbs in the water correctly.
But it's still CO2, right, in
It's
there?
still CO2, beverage grade CO2. It's in our carbonator beads, which are our holding device for us, so we can transport it in the pod itself. We release it from those carbonator beads, and it goes naturally inside to mix with the beverage water.
If I puncture one of those, would the beads do anything, or?
They wouldn't do anything except kind of run all over like little BBs.
So it looks like we've got it done.
Yep.
So I'm going to have you hold this,
Please.
and there we go. So here I am, and I'm going to have myself a nice Diet Coke or a Coke Zero. So this is the Keurig Kold. Wow, that is good. It's very it's interesting because it's fresh. You can feel a little bit of the carbonation
crisp.
difference. Yeah, it's
Right,
crisp.
it
Yeah,
kind of hits you right on the tongue.
Wow.
It's a brilliant taste.
So let's do this. When is this out yet, or what's the deal?
It's out. We're in Boston, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Dallas, and LA, and a lot of different retailers, Kohl's, Bed Bath, Walmart, Target, and we're available nationwide at Keurig.com.
You got a price point?
$2.99 to $3.69, depending on the retailer, any price promotions they're running at the time.
And so there's not like different sizes or anything like that.
No, or just the one model now comes in black and white.
And I'm assuming there's cold coffees too, right?
Not yet, but our beverage R&D scientists are feverishly working on new categories to expand into.
I gave them that idea, by the way. So. Anyway, Where do people go for more information?
Go to Keurig.com. We got a wealth of information on how the system works and all the beverage flavors that are available.
All right. Well, Phil, thank you very much for your time.
That's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Check that out over at Keurig. And Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine. You can check me out at Geekazine or youtube.com/Geekazine. You guys geek out. See you at the next one.